Are you feeling lost in life? Do you wake up every morning with no motivation, wondering what to do with your life? Watch this video to find out why you're feeling lost in life.
Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central.
Hello fellow Inspirers, welcome to Inspira Central. My name is Monica and I'm the Chief Inspirer herself. It's always good to have you here. Today I'll be talking about why you're feeling lost in life. Do you wake up every morning with zero motivation, zero agenda, and not knowing what to do with your time? There are many reasons why this could be happening to you, and in this video I'm going to dive straight into several reasons that could be the cause of your feeling lost in life. The first reason why you're feeling lost in life is that you're not doing something that excites you. There are some of us that have jobs that we hate. We hate those jobs. We cannot stand our colleagues, and we do not feel like these jobs align with who we are and what we want to do or who we want to become. But because of the economic situation, we keep going to those jobs because those are the jobs that we have. That is what puts food on our tables. And so we keep doing things that gradually eat away at our souls. Every morning you dress up, you get to the office, you do what you have to do. You don't do anything extra because you don't feel motivated, you don't feel inspired, you don't even enjoy the basic thing that you've been doing. This is something that is gradually stealing your joy and making you lose all motivation for life. You need to do something about this fast, because if you're not careful, you're going to put in 35 years, 30 years, 25 years on the job, only to look back and see that you've not achieved anything in your life. If you really want to enjoy life and enjoy it to the fullest, you have to get a job that you love. Find something that you love doing and apply for that job. I know that sometimes it may be difficult because you have really gone far. You have become a senior manager on that job that you hate. And so now you don't see any way out. You feel that it is too late for you to leave that prestigious position, the salary, the remuneration, and everything, all the benefits that are attached to it. And so you keep going down that slippery slope, where you're unhappy, where you're miserable, where you hate your job, but you still have to keep going. You have to choose yourself. Learn to choose yourself, because like I said, it may be too late when you're much older and now you cannot get a job. What happens if you retire on this job? What happens if this is the only experience you have, but you want nothing to do with that job, that career, or that industry for that matter? What are you going to do about it? Choose yourself early enough. And even if it's too late, you need to find a hobby or something else that will take your mind off that monotonous job that you don't enjoy. If you're now too deep into the job, such that you're now a few years to retirement, you could find a hobby that takes up the rest of your day after you're back from work. Now you have to learn to compartmentalize. Share it into two parts to say, this is my job, this is what I do that earns me a living. And then when you come home, you start doing that thing that you like. You say, this is my hobby, this is what gives me joy, this is what makes me happy. That is the only way you can balance it out. The job that you go to every morning is to earn a living, but you come home to that leisure, to that hobby that you love, to that thing that makes you happy and warms your heart. That is the way to find the balance, to ensure that you're not just doing something that chips away at your soul and nothing else inspires you or gives you that joy and fulfillment that you seek. That's the way to find the balance. But if you are much younger and you can switch your careers, you can change up your industry, you can start a business, if you can pivot, this is the time to pivot before you go down that lane, before you go too long down that lane where you don't enjoy that job that you're doing. The younger, the better, because now you can still switch, you still have more years ahead of you, and you can still build a career in another industry. The second reason why you feel lost in life is that you're not doing something you find worthwhile and purposeful. You're not doing something that you feel makes impact on lives. Now, one thing you need to know is that in one way or the other, you're making impact on lives, whether directly or indirectly. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Let's say, for instance, you're working in a factory that makes biscuits. You make biscuits and you tell yourself, I don't know how this is helping society. Apart from the fact that it pays my salary, it keeps a roof over my head. How is making biscuits impacting society? Well, I'll tell you how that is impacting society. Now imagine that somebody is on the move. They are traveling from place to place. They hardly stop to have a meal. They need something handy to eat on the move. That's when your biscuit comes in. So you're saving people from being faint and being hungry, and you're giving them something to eat in the middle of the night when they can't go anywhere, or when they are in commute, or when they are stuck in traffic. You are giving people emergency food to eat. Now, don't you think that that is impacting lives? Don't you think that that is helping someone? Also, let's say, for instance, you are a dog groomer. You feel like, I'm just here for dogs. Okay, but what do the dogs do for their owners? How do the dogs support their owners or bring them some comforts? Remember, there are certain people that don't have kids, they don't have family around. All they have are their pets. If you groom their pets and help keep those pets healthy, you're not just taking care of those pets, you're indirectly taking care of the owners of those pets. Because when their pets are healthy, they will not bring home ticks or things that could infect their owners. That will also contribute to the health and hygiene of the home of the dog owner or the pet owner. So in one way or the other, you're making impact. So if you feel that what you're doing is not making impact, if you feel that it's not worthwhile, if you feel that it's something that is not affecting lives, you need to sit down and reassess exactly what you're doing. What are the benefits of that thing? Who and who are gaining from what you're doing for a living? Who and who are impacted directly or indirectly by what you do? And how does what you do impact them? How does it help them? How does it improve their lives? How does it put smiles on their faces? When you now know the benefits of having those services or those products that you provide, you will now know in what way you are making impact on lives and society as a whole. That's one way, because when you now find out exactly how people are benefiting, you'll say to yourself, I am doing something that makes the world a better place. I am doing something that impacts lives. I am doing something worthwhile. It's all about reassessment. It's all about reevaluating the situation. It's all about understanding the benefits and the advantages of the services that you provide. The third reason why you feel lost in life is that you are not growing or developing yourself. There are so many people who have graduated from the university, they've got jobs, and all they do is that job. They don't learn anything new. From Monday to Friday, they are doing the same thing. And then they spend their weekends partying, or they spend their weekends socializing. They don't ever sit down to read anything new, or to learn a new skill, or to learn a new craft. And so they start to feel like they are outdated. They start to feel like their life is monotonous. They start to feel like their lives are boring. If you're one of such people, you now need to get a hobby. You need to learn something new. Pick up a book and read. Do something that is outside the norm, that improves you and makes you grow. Pick up a book and challenge yourself to read from the first page to the last page before that day ends. Give yourself that challenge and you will find that you have something exciting. You have something to look forward to. You have something that pushes you and encourages you to want to smash a new goal. This is a self-development goal, and you're going to smash it because you feel that there's something at the end of that. And what is at the end of reading that book? It's not just the end of the story. It is about the job well done that you tell yourself, the pat that you give yourself on the back. Boredom can easily creep in when you have done a job for so long and you're not taking courses, you're not traveling, you're not doing anything new that excites you. So find ways to incorporate new things into your routine. Find ways to learn something new and to develop your mind and expand your mindset. Another way of expanding your mindset is by traveling. Travel. Some of you do not use your leaves. Some of you do not travel. Some of you do not do anything. You would rather accumulate that leave for so long instead of taking advantage of the leave and going to see different places, going to visit family, going to make friends, or learning a new skill. There are some people that learn pottery and they discover that it is so refreshing. There are some people that learn to paint. There are some people that start to write during their leave. Why don't you start doing something new, something exciting, something that will give you that vroom, like something new is happening in your life? Why don't you start doing that during your leave? It's not too late. If you've not had your leave for the year, this is a time to take advantage of it. Start planning ahead how you're going to spend your leave. And even if you have used the leave for the year, you can start incorporating these new habits into your day-to-day life, little by little. Start by picking a book. Start by getting an easel. Start by getting art materials. Start by plaiting hair. Start by doing something you've never done before. And you will find out that your life is not as boring as it used to be before you took up these additional skills that help develop your mind and expand your world. Another reason why you feel lost in life is that you are lonely. Loneliness has this way of making you feel like your life has no direction. It makes you feel like you're all alone in a small bubble and you would rather have people in there with you. If it is regular loneliness that has to do with you being alone, you living alone, you not having a social life, you can easily fix that. Start by going out. Go out to the coffee shop. You can drive there, you can walk there. If it's close by and you're strong and healthy, you can walk to the coffee shop. And on your way, you can say hello and hi to people on the way. Then when you get to the coffee shop, you can make friends with people at the coffee shop. Start by saying, that's an interesting sweater you're wearing. What is that design? Is this a designer sweater or did you knit it yourself? And then the person answers you and a conversation starts up from there. That is how to make friends. Speaking of making friends, I've talked about friends on this channel. I'll put the links of those videos in the description of this video so you can go and watch them. In as much as you want to make friends, you also have to ensure that you make friends with people who are compatible with you and who are going to add to your life. So go out and make friends. Go out and say hello. Don't lock yourself indoors all day long and think that you will not be lonely. That is the greatest contributor to loneliness. Staying indoors all the time is the greatest contributor to loneliness, and sometimes it leads to sadness and depression. Go out there and let the sun touch your skin. Go out there and talk to people. There are so many interesting people out there, and you're going to meet them if you go out. You will never see such people when you're locked indoors all the time. Go out and talk to people. Reach out, make friends. You can even join clubs. You can join social clubs that will help you expand your network and have places to go to, things to do, fun events to attend. All these things will make you feel like your life is full again. It will make you feel like you're coming alive. It will make you feel like you're broken out of your shell and you have something to look forward to. This is one way to cure that feeling of being lost in life. The final reason why you may be feeling lost in life is that you're suffering from depression. It's a medical one that is beyond something you can take charge of by yourself. Now, if you're suffering from clinical depression, and this is beyond socializing, this is beyond going out into the sun, you need to see a therapist. I'm not going to say much about that because this is something that a medical expert needs to look into. A medical expert will know what to prefer to you and how best to fix your depression. Depression is something that so many of us have, but we don't realize it on time. We just think we are sad. But you need to see a medical expert who will diagnose you and tell you exactly what's wrong and how to fix it. Life is full of ups and downs, just like a pendulum. Life can also be like a yo-yo. It's up one day and down another day. If you have been feeling lost in life, I hope that these tips will guide you on what to do and how to break out of the cycle of feeling lost in life. If it's something that you can easily fix by yourself, start working on it today. Go out and socialize, do something that makes you feel useful, get a job that you love, and do it with all your heart. And if it's something that needs medical support, please see a therapist, so a therapist can give you what you need to manage your situation and help you become happier and better. If you enjoyed watching this video, please drop a comment below. Tell me how this video has helped you. Also, if you like to watch more self-development videos that give you tips on how to improve various aspects of your life, please subscribe to this channel. Simply click the subscribe button and get subscribed to this channel today. It is completely free of charge. You don't have to pay anything to subscribe to this channel. So, click that subscribe button. Also, do not forget to click the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as I update. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Also, please share this video with everyone. We all feel blue from time to time. Share this video so that more people can start to work on that feeling of being lost in life and get back on track to being their happy selves. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. Thank you for giving me your time. I have a playlist in the description of this video. Go watch the videos in that playlist, drop a comment on each of those videos, and tell me how they have helped you. Don't forget to be an inspiration. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Please subscribe, click the notification button, like this channel, share our videos, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much. Inspira Central. Inspira Central.